Hey everybody, and welcome back to Like the Magic Mom, and this is your Magic Morning Message. I am Nina, and obviously I'm the Magic Mom. I'm here every day at 10 a.m. to do a little bit of a cosmic and channeled message, and we pull a little bit of cards out of the tarot. I am here with my ginormous cold brew as usual. And my don't be a dick sign. Remember, don't be a dick, guys. Okay, so enough humor aside. We are going to use quite a few decks today because I am feeling called to pull a few cards. I did a little bit of a magic doodle on my table cover last night. That's great. Okay, so we're gonna put that back. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so we are going to use the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valenza, the Crystal Unicorn Tarot by Pamela Chen, the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krons, the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer, and the Sacred Path Oracle by I wrote it down and I always forget. Hold on. Jamie Sams. Okay, I remembered. Okay, so as for the cosmic part of this, excuse my super bright light. Move over this way a little bit. The sun just started coming in through the window. Mercury will be going into Virgo tomorrow, so we will be doing a big discussion about our finances and where we can get those back on track. I'm going to possibly come on with a few law of attraction techniques too as well. We'll just see how it goes with time. We do have the we have a new moon this weekend, I think, on the 9th. And also Venus will move into Scorpio on the 9th too. So that we'll be looking at that later on in the week as well. For those of you just joining us, thank you for hitting the play button. And I hope to see you back every morning for our Cosmic and Tarot chat. I think that is pretty much it as far as the cosmic stuff goes for today. It's still pretty energetically in flux. We had a little bit of some purge energy coming in last night and early this morning. And it seems to be lifting now. So some of you may start to feel that tonight and going into tomorrow morning, depending on where you are in your awakening cycle. I'm going to see if I can turn this a tiny bit. The light is just not going to be nice today. Okay, so we are going to start with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. I totally love this deck. So just so you can see the back of these. They're super cute. Let's see what message it has for us today. And we got 3. Okay, so we'll close the side over here. And we'll get the Deviant Moon next. I love the back of the tarot decks as well. They usually have some pretty awesome art. Those of you who are interested in making donations to the channel to help fund further tarot decks and new content, you can go to my PayPal link. It is in the channel banner or in my About section under Donate tab. Okay. All right, we got 3 from the Deviant Moon as well. I thought it was just going to be 2, and then the third one popped out. Okay. Let's continue. We'll do the Unknown Tarot now. Or, sorry, the Wild Unknown. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it that. This one. Oh, those 2. Okay. I don't usually look at the bottom of the decks. I know some readers do. But last night yesterday after I was picking up the decks, I realized that the High Priestess card was on the bottom of the Deviant Moon Tarot as well. So that deck had a lot to say yesterday. Okay, we're going to do one from the Sacred Path deck now, and it's going to be that card. And one from the Earth Magic Oracle. It's going to be this one. All right. Now let's go in the order we pulled them. Looks like we have 3, 3, 3, and 1 each from the Oracle. So we'll start with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. And we pulled the King of Cups card, the 3 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. So the Crystal Unicorn Tarot seems to be telling us today that even though we have gone through some battles, the ship that we saw coming in afterwards indeed was ours. And even though it may not have seemed that way at the time, it was what needed to happen then. There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. The cards we pulled from the Deviant Moon Tarot, looks like we again pulled the 2 of Coins or Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, which we haven't seen this one yet, and the Ace of Wands card. This is probably one of my favorite depictions ever of the Ace of Wands. We actually pulled this out, was it yesterday, I think? But it was out of the Wild Unknown. You'll see in this rendition The seed she's holding is an infant. Okay. And she's using her wand as a torch. And it's showing the transitions through the seasons and everything else in this one card. And the possibilities. You see the two owls that she's also holding with this baby too as well. The moth wings that she has. There's a ton of symbolism in these cards. Now, the crescent moon in the corner of this card actually, to me, looks more like what it would look like during an eclipse. And we just finished the last eclipse for this current cycle. I think it was August 11th. We do have a few coming up at the beginning of December, so that could be when the culmination of this comes about. Okay. The Seven of Coins is about having so many choices we don't really know which one to pick. So in this one, it shows them trying to figure out which one they want to knock out of the tree. The Two of Coins is about balance and realizing that we can't just spend all of our lives working. We also have to remember to leave time for things that make us happy as well. Sometimes, if we're lucky enough, our work itself makes us happy and we get a double dose. But I know for a lot of people that's not really necessarily the case, and work isn't necessarily the first place that you want to go. But make sure that you're not neglecting the place you do want to go as well in the pursuit of trying to get all of the coins out of the tree instead of just the one or two that you need. So let's see what the Wild Unknown has to say as well. It looks like we pulled the Father of Cups. Okay. So this would be the King of Cups card. The Chariot. I love this rendition of the Chariot as well. And Justice. Now, as you can see in the Justice card, especially, we need to make sure that we are attaining balance in all things. And right now, we need to be concentrating more on what our needs are in our emotional environment as we're going through this Cancer moon cycle over the next 2 days. The Father of Cups is about attaining the ultimate state of emotional stability and knowing no matter what happens, the universe has your back, and it's okay to sometimes break down as long as you know you're always going to get back up. The Chariot card is about our ultimate protection in following our path. And if you're following your path, that you have nothing to worry about. And if you're not, you can feel that. That's where this Five of Wands comes in. When we start feeling like we're stuck and limited, That's when we start beating ourselves up with self-doubt. And then we get sucked into the King of Cups, which we actually pulled twice in this reading. Instead of him representing the ultimate emotional stability and harnessing all of our divine masculine power, instead we're dumping it all back in the lake. And it's not doing anyone any good because we're not using it with proper intention. And instead we're just tossing it around willy-nilly, seeking validation. So the Sacred Path Oracle says we need to look in the Great Smoking Mirror and realize that our life is reflecting to us what we need to accomplish. This is the 40 card as well, which is about stability. 4 is the card or the number in numerology that represents the ultimate state of being stable and happy and having all of the things that you want and need. But none of that means shit if you don't have the passion to keep pursuing it. And if you stop pursuing it once you have it, you may wake up and not have it. Our life isn't about conquering things and then forgetting about them. It's about only pursuing the things that you want to continue to pursue. It's about your life reflecting the state of who you are and who you want to be and who you want everybody to know you as. So stop living by society's label of you. If you want to be lack and limitation, fine, then be lack and limitation, but don't blame it on everybody else. If you want to be abundance and fulfillment, then be abundance and fulfillment. And take the credit. Because you won and you did it. And that's really what this life is about, experiencing who we are, who we want to be, doing what we want to do, and going where we want to go. It's not about having a fancy house and an awesome car and all that BS that society tells us we have to have in order to be happy. Unless, of course, that is what you want in order to be happy. And if it is, that's fine too. But have it be your truth and not the truth that was given to you. I think that's going to be it for today. For me, life is a magic, Mom. We love, appreciate, and support every single one of you. And we thank you so much for joining us again for today's edition of Magic Morning Message. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry I was a little bit late today, but we'll try to be back at 10 a.m. If you feel called to donate, you know where the donate tab is on the channel banner. If you want to get a hold of me for a private reading, you can find my email in the About section to get a hold of me for that. But make sure you put private reading in the subject line so that you will get past my spam blocker. I know tomorrow is going to feel a little bit different than today does energetically. And I want you guys to just keep in mind that, excuse me, sometimes no matter how scary something may seem, you need to run towards it and not away from it right now. Because it's showing you the way you need to go. Bye now. See you tomorrow.